This is Captain Trish Odessa of the Ender. Incident report number 1. This is me defending myself. It's kind of funny, actually. I've never had to make an incident report. The captain is supposed to do that, and I've never had to practice. Usually, they're filing a report about one of their crew members, and it's more like an interview. But that's not going to work here. I guess I never thought much about what happens if the captain is the one in the incident. You probably already have my first mate's report. Jude would have a lot to say about it. He did, didn't he? He wasn't here for most of it. He doesn't understand what happened. And he's wrong. I'm going to tell you what really happened. As much as I can. Although, I don't know why you don't know this already. You have all of our recordings, all the things you used to watch us. It's procedure. And this is what you want, so here I am. Captain Trish Odessa, talking about what happened. And why it wasn't my fault. It started just 2 days ago, I think. So much has happened since then. It all feels like kind of a blur. We were minding our own business. Patrolling the line. Trying to avoid... anything else after. Then the other ship came. It wasn't even a weird ship either. No strange lights, no monsters in the wall. And it responded to communications, which was nice for a change. Just a research ship, the Freud. Maybe 100 people on board, if that. They reached out to us first, and we responded, and everything was fine. I know. I knew their captain, Maddie. She stayed in the room across the hall from mine at the Institute. I didn't talk to her much, but she was nice. She smiles at everybody. Anyway, she said they were passing through on their way to another planet. I don't think I'm allowed to say the name of it, even into a record like this. Not now. They were headed to study some plant life or something boring like that. I don't remember all the details like I'm supposed to, but they had to clear that with us since they were crossing a border. I didn't see a problem with that. I told them it was okay. There shouldn't have been a problem. I wasn't doing anything wrong, letting them through. They weren't dangerous. They had records. They did seem nervous. Maddie kept stuttering, but I thought that was just her being shy or not used to communicating across ships like that. I know I was pretty awkward too. It's hard not to feel stupid playing grown-up and being all professional when you know you're not there yet. You're still just acting. I let her through without any more questions. I won't apologize for letting her through either. I still don't think it was wrong. Apparently, the Institute thinks differently. Oh, sorry. Can I say that here? Am I allowed to complain about things? I probably shouldn't complain about things. It's procedure. After all, the rules are here for a reason, and I'm here to obey them. I'm the one in the wrong. I'm filling out the report. Sorry. So, when you talk to another captain, it's not usually small talk. You relay information, then you're done. They move on. You move on. That's all. It gets lonely out here, but I tried to stick to protocol even then. Maddie was nervous. I didn't want to make her more nervous by going off the book. but I wanted to ask her why she seemed scared, why she was in a hurry. I wanted to ask why a research ship was going this way when there's nothing behind us. Not really. Just a lot of empty space and no stations or other ships. You would almost think that's not where they wanted to go. Unless they were trying to hide something. It wasn't any of my business right then. They were out of sight, and I was headed back to my office to do some... Okay, so I was going to hide from my crew. They really don't like me much since the lockdown. Every order they follow comes with a hint of sarcasm. And I know they talk about me behind my back. Trish doesn't know what she's doing. Trish is going to get us all killed. Trish keeps talking about how she saw... Ugh. So, one of my communications officers, Grace, stopped me. She's not as horrible as some of the others, I guess. She tolerates me. Kind of like you tolerate that weird person you don't really want to talk to, but you do because you feel sorry for them. Because they don't have any other friends, so you might as well. That sounds a little mean. So anyway, she waved me over, and there was a look on her face. She didn't know what to do. And she came to me. Her captain. Okay, so I'm kind of excited about that. Finally, someone telling me something. But that's not the point. The point is, that was the first time I got an official Institute broadcast that was alarming. You guys sure know how to get attention. You always have. I recognized the red text and the beeping, so I knew it was an alert. I just didn't expect it to be something I had to give my captain's passcode to see. If you want me to confess, here I am. Confessing things. Telling you everything. When you're the captain and you get an Institute alert, an official command that's high level, you're supposed to share it with the crew, so everyone knows. Your word is ultimately law, but everyone gets to see it. Crew transparency and all that. I don't know if you're gonna document the message itself here to prove it, but it said something like,
"Attention, Captain Trish Odessa. Please be advised that research vessel Freud is considered highly dangerous and is classified a threat. Contact with this vessel should be immediately followed by aggressive action. Terminate instantly."
Terminate instantly? I don't know about you, but that seemed a little extreme to me. I knew the people on that ship. When I heard it, I froze up. I didn't know what to do. I didn't know what to say. So, I just didn't tell anyone. That's another rule I've broken. And you probably already knew about it, so hand out the punishment for that one if you want. I probably deserve it for breaking protocol, but would you have told a crew that doesn't trust you that we're supposed to be attacking our friends? Would you try to convince them to do that? I'm not stupid. I knew what would happen if I tried to tell them, so I just didn't. No. I went back to my office and told everyone to stay at their stations and keep up the good work. And I thought really hard about what I had just heard. I had just talked to Maddie on that ship. She said hello. She didn't ask about Milo, but it was there. In her eyes. All the questions neither of us were gonna ask out loud. She told me good luck, and she looked afraid of something. She looked like she was waiting to get blasted out of the air. And you wanted me to do that? You told told me to attack that ship on sight. If this were real, if they were really a danger, I would have turned this whole ship around and gone right after them. We have weapons. We could take out a research ship like that before they even knew what hit them. I know attack protocols. I could steer the ship right into one. Listen, I just don't understand. Right here on the message you sent me, it says you're charging me with illegal communications too. Which I guess is true. But I didn't go about it in an illegal way. I got Grace again and had her patch me into the Freud. She probably has a file to report with you, doesn't she? Don't get her in trouble. She didn't do anything. I'm the captain. I gave her the orders. She didn't know what was going on. That's my fault. If you're gonna punish someone, don't punish her for it. Anyway, I called Maddie and Maddie answered. Back when I knew her in class, when we had most of our classes together, I didn't talk to her much. Maddie was that person who liked to answer all the questions and start all the discussions, and I obviously wasn't that kind of person, so I stayed out of her way. We did a project together in our first year, I think. That's when I knew her the most. Back then she had pigtails and liked green too much. Kept all these weird exotic plants in her room, which I thought was weird, but she's like a science-y captain now, so it worked out pretty well for her. When we started to get into specialties, we all thought she would go into some field as a researcher or an explorer, but no one was more surprised than her when they started training her for captain. Milo said she wasn't sure about it. He said she talked a lot about wanting to research us. People, I mean, human beings. She liked knowing how we worked, how our brains worked. You know, how people think and what makes them think. The tricky things like that I just don't understand. I probably shouldn't even be talking about it. I didn't get half of what Milo explained when he explained it. All I know is that Maddie's smart, and she used to be confident, so I don't know why she looked scared. I don't know if she knew then that we'd been given orders to destroy her ship. The nervousness could have been anything. And I mean, I didn't bring it up right away. I don't know if there's a way to bring that up casually. Hey Maddie, the Institute gave us official orders to attack you and your crew and your whole ship, so that's okay, isn't it? No hard feelings. That wins me points, doesn't it? I didn't try and help her run away or anything. I just omitted certain details right in that moment. I guess I did lie. I told her that there was a problem with her credentials and that they didn't go through the system all the way. Something glitched. That happens sometimes. I told her that we needed to run them again just for formality and the records, which is true. I just didn't mention that I messed with the credentials records myself before I called her. Oh, right. I forgot that part. See, I also used my captain's passcode to get into the ship's records and tamper with information you're not supposed to tamper with. You caught that too. I'm screwed, aren't I? You're gonna suspend me. I might as well finish the story before then. So, all of Maddie's credentials checked out. She had orders. She had a mission. She was technically going the right way. Whatever I thought I might get out of running them a second time, nothing cleared any differently. There was no reason for you to order us to attack her. But there was the warning blinking red on my screen again. Terminate instantly. The The Institute trains us to be able to make decisions. There are times they'll tell us that it's critical to be able to think on our feet. We have to be able to not just see what we need to do, but to make it happen in the same moment. Decision making is a life or death matter that I'm not very good at sometimes. And all the possibilities hit me at once and I just freeze up. So here I am talking to Maddie. I can let her go and you'll know about it, or I can attack her because there's no way the Institute gives us real weapons in our ship and tells us to attack each other. Right? I trust the Institute. Obviously. I trust the Institute. It's not like I have a reason not to. Ugh. You wanted to know if Maddie gave me anything else, didn't you? If she sent me any information. If she passed anything along, if she said anything that might be suspicious. I don't know how or why it would be suspicious since I don't know what she did, but no, she didn't say anything. She didn't give me any flat-out information. I'm not an idiot, though. I can read credentials. It gave me their ship's destination, and it said that they're going to examine some stupid plants there or something. I don't know. But Maddie gets excited about that kind of thing. She doesn't act nervous or afraid. The more I thought about it, the more I realized that she does great with authority and even better under pressure. She never got as nervous as the rest of us. She just wanted to do her job. This was exactly her job. So I looked up that planet, which isn't a crime. There aren't any Institute rules about doing research with the resources available to you. This particular planet is small, and it has a name I can't pronounce. And maybe there are plants there, but the records you made up to make everything seem real also claim that this planet has a medical research facility. I know half of the planets aren't inhabited, and they don't have the full trappings they claim to have. It's all a set for us to play make-believe in. But even then, for the purpose of the project missions, there will be something there to give the illusion of a medical research facility. There will be a lab. I don't know what kind of plants this planet has, and I really don't care. But I do know that Maddie talked a lot about brains. Not in a way that's creepy, unless you're easily creeped out. Or maybe it was creepy. But I remember Milo saying all those things about her being fascinated in the physical parts of the brain, how it's so complex we can fly through the stars, but we still don't understand most of our gray matter. I remembered a lot of those conversations when I talked to Maddie again. It's funny, I never actually talked to Maddie a lot when we were in classes. We weren't technically friends. We didn't hang out or talk outside of class or any of that. But I sat in my office and talked to her for way longer than I thought I would. I'm supposed to tell you what we talked about, so I'm going to. And I want you to know that what she told me, I didn't ask about it, okay? I didn't see it coming. She just volunteered it like she trusted me. I don't know if it was me. I think she just wanted someone to talk to about it. She said they weren't just going to look at plants. That was their assigned mission, but she had other plans. She said she wanted to look at the labs there, use some of the equipment. I don't understand all of what she talked about. Brain stuff, I guess. I didn't know half of it, but it definitely wasn't part of her mission. She said she was looking into some of her crew members, researching why they were acting differently lately. She didn't tell me why or what she thought happened. She looked worried. Really, really worried, and she told me she didn't know anything for sure yet, but that something was weird. And then she asked me where Milo was. People don't ask about that. We all pretend like it never happened. It's not that you told us to, it's just that I think they feel like they should dance around it, not talk about him at all, so I don't start crying or something. But Maddie looked me right in the eye and asked me flat out. Maddie is weird. Really weird. She might be crazy. I don't know. There has to be a reason why you'd want her attacked, wouldn't there? But she kind of scared me in that moment. I can't prove anything. I can't say I understand why I got the orders I did. But I think Maddie knew something I wasn't supposed to know. And I think she was about to tell me. Which is when Jude broke in. I want that on the record, by the way. He just stormed right into my office. It's not like I had it locked or anything, but he just came right in. I don't know who does that. He came in and he saw Maddie on the screen and he just freaked out. You sent him a message too. I didn't realize that. I forgot that you're supposed to tell the first mate everything. That they're supposed to have almost as much information. When he saw me talking to her, he assumed... I don't know what he assumed. He also said a lot of things to me that I'm not gonna say here. I want that on the record too. I told him, you can't say that to a captain, and I was telling him all this other stuff, but when I looked back at the screen, Maddie was gone. She hung up. She was just gone. I thought she'd have time to get away. I thought I could keep Jude arguing long enough so that by the time we looked for her, she would be out of range and we would have an excuse not to attack her anymore. See, I'm admitting that. That's what I thought. I thought I could get out of an official order because I didn't want to do it. It sounds stupid now. Following orders is a much better idea. It's what you're supposed to do. Jude went straight to the rest of the crew. He wouldn't listen to me. I told him to stop, but he wouldn't listen to me. He told them to follow the Freud and attack him. I thought he was going to tell them that I was withholding information too, but he didn't even mention me. I don't know why he didn't, but it wasn't for anything good. It doesn't matter if he didn't throw me to the wolves. It matters that he didn't have a problem following orders. This is the opposite of bad, according to Institute rules. According to what I'm charged with, this is the part that saves me. So maybe if I didn't tell you this next part, I'd have a better chance at avoiding suspension. But I don't want to lie. I'm supposed to tell the truth. I'm going to tell the truth. I wanted to tell Jude to shut up. I wanted to tell the rest of the crew to ignore him. They all looked at me. I'm the captain. I have the final say. It was weird that the attack orders came from Jude and not me, and if I had said not to follow them, my crew didn't have all the information. My crew would have stayed away. I could have kept us from attacking Maddie. I could have directly disobeyed orders even more right then. I didn't. I I didn't. I stood there. I let Jude tell them to attack, and when my crew looked at me, I just nodded. I actually let them do that. I let them go after Maddie. I don't want to spend a lot of time on this. I don't want to talk about it at all. It's stupid anyway. I hid in my office so I didn't have to see it. That's what I always do. I hide in my office, and they took the ship down. It was easy. Ships like Maddie's aren't made to withstand attacks, especially if you surprise them. They went down easily. It's all just stupid, isn't it? They're just orders. I shouldn't be this upset about it. It's not like anything actually happened to them. They didn't actually die. Our weapons aren't real. There isn't any way they'd make them real. You wouldn't make them real. So, I'm just upset about nothing. That's it. She probably hates me now. She doesn't know it wasn't me. Except it was me. I'm the captain, and I let them do it. Even though I didn't know why. Even though you told us to attack them, to attack my friend, and there wasn't a good reason. I don't know why. I don't know why you wanted me to do that. I don't know why I'm in trouble because I didn't do that, but I'm the captain, and I didn't follow direct orders, and I didn't follow protocol. I kept my crew in the dark, and then I failed to command them. You aren't very happy about that. Maybe that makes sense. You're gonna suspend me, I think. I'm pretty sure you're going to suspend me. I hope you don't. But if you do, I wasn't going to attack her. I don't think I could have. If that doesn't make me fit to be a captain, then fine. Fine. That's all I have for you. That's all you wanted, isn't it? Captain Trish Odessa out. End official record.
Bright Eyes is written and produced by Amy Meester. You can find her on Twitter at @TheAmyMeester. The voice of Trish Odessa is Sydney Fontaine. Follow her on Twitter at Sydney Fontaine. Music by Cyrus Fontaine. To hear more of his work and to find original Bright Eyes pieces, look for him on Bandcamp or go to @CyrusFontaine on Twitter. For more info on the podcast and creators, or to find us elsewhere on the web, go to www.brighteyes.podcast.wixsite.com/brighteyes.